Good afternoon and welcome to Sunday Sunshine. This is our soul spent and boiling over edition. Now, soul spent and boiling over doesn't even scratch the surface anymore. I'm at the point where emotions coming from me feel like a pot left on high heat with no lid, overflowing, hissing, and ready to scorch everything in reach. Honestly, if I were a stove, somebody would have called the fire department by now. And let's just be real. Not the good firemen that show up looking like calendar models. No, they would send the tired ones that would be side eyeing me, kind of like, ma'am, really? Again? Hmm. So, yesterday wasn't loud anger. It was a quiet kind of breaking. Quiet tears, you know, the ones, those tears that kind of show up uninvited, sliding down your face like they're paying rent. And then when somebody asks what's wrong? You just shake your head like you're in a tragic lifetime movie. Because if you tried to explain, you wouldn't even scratch the surface. It's too much, too layered. You would need charts, PowerPoints, maybe even a TED Talk. And even then, they still wouldn't get it. So instead, you say, "Oh, I'm fine." But we all know that "I'm fine" is a code for if I say another word, I'm gonna either cry harder, lose my mind, and or all three, and then end up on the news. Okay? So here's the twist. That level of soul spent boiling over is exactly the spot where God is going to meet us. And God doesn't show up like people do. People come with pity. They hit you with the sad head tilt. Oh, poor thing. Oh, girl, I understand. Or they even come with sometimes a pep talk. Oh, just stay positive. Girl, keep smiling. Or maybe even they come with a little bit of, child, everybody got problems. Please. If I hear that one more time, or smile any harder with a fake smile, then my face might need to file for workman's comp. But God doesn't play pity games. He doesn't do pity. He doesn't tell you to plaster on a fake grin. He comes with peace, a peace that doesn't even make sense sometimes. I often say, I'm sure God is probably sitting somewhere looking at me like, really, again? We got to hear this again. But He is the only one who can take the pot of boiling over emotions that we have and turn down the heat. He does all of this without judging you and without asking you why you left that pot on the stove in the first place. Mm. So, scripture says it plainly. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11, chapter 28 verse. Notice he didn't say, come to me when you get yourself together, or Come when your mascara isn't running, or, child, I am so tired of hearing you come to me. No, he said, weary and burdened. That's Bible for soul spent and boiling over. And then Psalms 34, chapter 18, verse reminds us the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Crushed in spirit. Hmm. That is more than tired. That is the kind of tired where your tired has a cousin named Exhausted, and y'all all showed up to the same cookout with no potato salad. But let me continue my sarcasm for just a quick second. So, for me, if boiling over was a class, I would be summa cum laude by now. Imagine my degree, Bachelor of Boiling Over, with a minor in Doneology. My thesis: how to survive when you're 2 seconds from quitting your career altogether, selling your businesses, and becoming the world's first professional toenail clipping sweeper, emotional support cactus waterer, or internet buffering specialist. Honestly, right now, sweeping up toenails at least sounds less stressful than answering one more email or responding to one more ridiculous act. But let's tell the truth. We don't always boil over just because one thing happened. It's usually a combo pack. You know, they say bad things happen in threes. Amazon Prime delivers stress, sadness, exhaustion, and frustration all in one box this morning. And life forgot to give me the return label. You know what I mean. Mm. That's why these quiet tears matter. They're not weakness, they are pressure valves. It's your body's way of saying, listen, either let these tears out or we're going to short circuit like a bad iPhone charger. And once they're out, you realize you actually don't need people to understand all your complex layers. You just need God. Because God doesn't just hear your words, He hears the groans, the sighs, even the silence. In your silence, He knows what's going on. Romans 8 and 26 says, the Spirit intercedes for us when groans are too deep for words. Now, let's not pretend that it's easy. Sometimes I want God to comfort me and clap back at all my problems. Like, Lord, please fight my battles. But if you feel like throwing a little holy shade at my enemies on the way in, I will not stop you. But that's just us being human and being petty. God doesn't do petty, He only does peace. He does, however, clear the fog in my mind and uncovers paths that I didn't even see before. You see, here's the beauty. Once He starts shifting you, that boiling over energy can actually become fuel. So instead of exploding, you start glowing. Instead of burning out, you start burning bright. You realize that He's not just cooling you down, He's not just wiping your tears, He is transforming you. He is turning your steam into strength, your ashes into beauty, your exhaustion into purpose. So today, my Sunday sunshine is Even if you are soul spent and boiling over, or even if the tears are quiet and nobody else gets it or gets you, God does. He's not looking for your I'm fine. He is looking for your Lord, please, please help me. And when you give him that, he will turn your meltdown into a setup for your breakthrough. We all got to believe that. So, yes, smile. Even though you might cry through your laughter, you might have tears, but we have to trust Him all at the same time. Because if life keeps turning up the heat, and you know it will, I'd rather be refined like gold than just another scorched pan. So I want to say to you in this Sunday sunshine, thank you for joining me, and let the sun shine over your fire.